PS3 king up in this house, bitch.
Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate applying my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win in my I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't. It can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't.
So interestingly, this has been a topic that's been plaguing my comment section now for about a week or two since these rumors started running that the PlayStation 3 store and the Vita store was shutting down. Sony have finally come out with an actual announcement today. So we're going to go through what the official announcement is, and I'm going to give my thoughts on what I think this means and how I feel about it as well. Leave your comments in the comment section down below about what you think about this as well and how you exactly feel about it. I feel like there was a ton of outrage about this when it was a rumor, and now that it's official news, no one seems to really be talking about it. So yeah, there's that. Before we kick on, I obviously have to do the obligatory hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. It's completely free, and it's the only way for me to grow this channel, so go ahead and hit it. Contribute to the growing cause of the Platinum Trophy YouTube channel. If you're already a subscriber, you're already a winner in my book. Go ahead and hit that like button and get me trending in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so as a lot of you may have already received, you probably got an email from Sony officially announcing that the PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP storefronts will be shutting down later on this year. I'll probably put it up on the screen as I read it, but it says important changes for PS3, PlayStation Vita, and PSP platforms. We are closing PlayStation Store on PlayStation 3 on July 2nd, 2021, and the PlayStation Vita devices on August 27th, 2021. Additionally, the remaining purchase functionality for PSP will also retire on July 2nd, 2021. After thoughtful consideration, we have decided to make these changes in an effort to focus our resources for PlayStation Store on PS4 and PS5, which will enable us to enhance the customer experience even further. We thank you for your support over the years. So that's the general crux. The storefronts for these old legacy platforms will be shutting down. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. Let's continue on, because this is where a lot of people were outraged, thinking they're going to lose all their content, and that was obviously never going to be the case. But let's read on just to continue. What does this mean for you? You'll no longer be able to purchase PS3, Vita, or PSP digital content, including games and video content. You'll also no longer be able to make in-game purchases through the PS3, Vita, or PSP. While the PSP storefront was previously closed in 2016, the remaining PSP purchase functionality, for example in-game purchases, will now be fully retired. What about content you already own? You'll still be able to download all of your own PS3, Vita, and PSP content, including games and video content. You can download your own content onto your PS3, Vita, and PSP by accessing the download list from the respective devices. If you have a purchased PS3, Vita crossed by handle, you only have to download each on the PS3 or Vita version. You'll be able to download the other version prior to the closure of the PlayStation Store on the relevant device. And then video content, which I don't think anyone's really watching video content on the PS3, so I'm going to skip over that. You'll be able to re-download and play game titles you've claimed to PlayStation Plus as long as they remain a member of the service. So that's what it is here. What about vouchers, wallets? This is, I guess, if you're redeeming DLC for like in-game purchases. So say you buy a physical PS3 game and it comes with like a bonus piece of DLC that's still valid. Basically, it continues to read that you'll be able to redeem those as well without any challenges or any problems. So essentially, this is the shortest, most summarized version of how I can explain this. The PlayStation storefronts for PSP, Vita, and PSP will be, did I say PSP twice? PS3, Vita, and PSP will be shutting down on those respective dates, I believe July and August. And you'll no longer be able to purchase games from those PlayStation stores on those devices. You won't be able to buy games anymore for those devices. However, if you already own digital games, you will be able to play those digital games for as long as you like. You'll be able to download them through your download list attached to your account for as long as you like, providing you already own them. So the thing is, if you want to continue using those devices and these games you want, you have to go out and buy them now so you own them, and then you can just re-download them whenever you need to. And that's basically it. Now, my thoughts on this. A lot of people have been really upset about this and quite outraged by this. Honestly, in 2021, And this is a question for all of you guys watching as well. How many of you are actually playing your PlayStation 3 console and your PlayStation Vita? Now, I understand the principle, right? You don't want your things taken away from you if you have them already. But that's not happening. We still get access to all the content. So if you want to go back to the PS3 in 5 years' time and re-download the games you already own, you can do that. But honestly, how many of you are still actively purchasing PS3 games in 2021 and playing them? I understand for nostalgia reasons and things like that, but I just don't think there's that many people doing it. Sony is a company at the end of the day, and they're a business. They're running it for profit, and they would have been able to see that people weren't purchasing this content on the PlayStation 3 or the Vita, or the people that were so minimal that it wasn't worthwhile having them open. If we think about it just logically with a business brain for a second, they want to make as much money as they possibly can. So keeping these storefronts open for them is a benefit, right? It's going to generate more revenue for them because they're going to be selling these old games, which means that they must have been selling so few of these games that it didn't make sense for them to keep the storefronts open and keep paying the ongoing maintenance costs to keep these storefronts open. So I think while there's been a lot of vocal outrage about this, the reality is it doesn't mean a heck of a lot. I don't think it's going to impact 99% of us. I don't think it's going to impact the majority of us. Now look, I'm a huge PlayStation 3 fan. I think the PlayStation 3 is my favorite Sony console. It had some of the coolest games and exclusives on it, and it's really where I came into my own as a PlayStation fan, you know, owning and buying my own device as a teenager, and buying my own games, starting my trophy hunting career. So I'm a huge PlayStation 3 fan, as you saw by the intro as well. And look, I'm not that bummed by it. I realistically haven't turned my PS3 on for months or years at this point. And I probably own all the games I'm ever going to own. I don't think I've been on the PlayStation 3 storefront on the console maybe in like 5 years in terms of buying content. On saying that, I know there's a lot of, I guess retro gamers out there who probably are still playing these consoles who may be bummed they won't be able to purchase new content. But, you've got a couple of months now to prepare yourselves to go and get it. Realistically though, I do think that the impact of this is pretty minimal on us. I don't think there's going to be a huge issue with that. But curious to get your thoughts on it as well. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a big deal? Do you think it's a problem? I mean, I guess it's the end of the PlayStation Vita because no new games are going to be coming out on the PlayStation Vita, which is kind of unfortunate. But, I think the people who are still playing the Vita, again, are a very vocal minority of people, not the majority of people, especially since Nintendo Switch has launched. I mean, I know personally I haven't touched my Vita since Nintendo Switch has launched because, I'm a dirty trader. So there's that. I will say though, there are a number of PlayStation 3 games that will be stranded in this, that are digital only. Not a huge amount of games that are going to be like, that we're going to be too upset about losing, but I will do a separate video in the coming weeks about, maybe some of the hidden gems on the PlayStation 3 ecosystem that you will miss out on. So stay tuned for that one as well. But realistically, the majority of the games are physical. PlayStation 3 wasn't an entirely digital generation. The majority of that generation was physical. Not towards the end, it started becoming more digital, and some of those indie games were only digital. The vast majority of them were physical games anyway, so you'll still be able to purchase those through eBay and things like that in perpetuity. And then if you own anything, you can just re-download it. Plus, there was a ton of remasters that came across the PS4. In fact, the PlayStation 4 had so many of the PS3's best remasters come to it that, the consequences minimal at best, I would say. Anyway, I don't want to trivialize it. I want to go on and on about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this whole thing. Curious to get your thoughts, and we can have a bit of dialogue down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're doing. Hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you gamers all in the next one. See you later.